like to welcome Scott Bauer to Brixton, where the sun always shines.
Except today.
Except today, it would seem. That's not a problem. So welcome to Brixton.
Thanks, I'm glad to be here.
Tell us a little bit about you, Scott.
So, I am a painter, and I'm very excited to have a show at Studio 73. It's a show of a number of recent works, and it's always fun to put things together and see how they resonate with each other, and it's lovely to see them on big white walls.
Which we have today, luckily. So where do you get your inspiration from in your painting?
A lot of my
style?
Yeah, a lot of my inspiration comes from nature and looking at the natural world, but there's also a very strong formalist element in my work, and a kind of rigor, and that comes from different artists I've viewed in the past, different artists that I admire. Some contemporary artists like Gerhard Richter and Bridget Riley, but also some of the old masters. A lot of my color schemes come from either nature or old master paintings that I'm particularly fond of. That's where a lot of my inspiration, particularly for these works, comes from.
Okay. And so how do you choose the color palette? How do you...
The palette's often...
How do you gravitate towards
there's
the
a painting in the show, and it's called Lindos, and it's the color scheme comes from a particular sunset that I saw last summer when I was with my family there, and we were on the top of this restaurant on the roof having dinner, and it was about 9 o'clock at night, and the sunset was just over, and there was this amazing blue and gold in the sky.
Wow.
And that sort of was blazed in my memory, and that became the inspiration for the colors in that painting. So,
and how did you record them? Did you record them with the camera, or did you just remember them?
No, I record them in my head. I have a good visual memory for things like that. So, of course, as you work on a painting, it inevitably evolves and changes and does things that you hadn't expected. So, it almost becomes a starting point.
Yeah.
A lot of my works have musical titles as well.
Okay.
And sometimes to get my head to the place where I was the last time I was working on a painting, I'll go back to the same music I was listening to at that time. And so some of the references are to particular types of music, or particular styles of music, like samba or Baroque opera, things like that. Things
Really?
that I listen to when I work.
And do you play it loud? Are you alone?
I play it loud, very loud.
Yeah.
I have tinnitus now from listening to so much loud music. No, I do play it loud. And I find music can also help you when the work sometimes becomes too rigorous and too formal. If I play something that has a lot of feeling or a really romantic energy, it'll help me to sort of move the work into a less formalist way and a less formalist style, which is nice. Music can help you sort of modulate your feeling and also your style when you're working. There's a song I've been listening to lately as I finish one of my paintings, and I've actually had it on loop.
Right.
And it's a 9-minute song, so it takes a while, but it's amazing how many times I've listened to it. What am I saying again? I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for coming.